I'm super excited to tell you about the Project Telescope, which is a local tool for agent observability. Telescope has a service, a CLI, and a dashboard. Our architecture with the collectors for each agent gives us the ability to track everything the agent is doing on your machine. Let's take a look at this working. I'm going to have Copilot on the left and I have my Tele CLI on the right. You can see the different commands that are available, and I can run Tele Collectors to see what I have. I can also run Tele Service Status and make sure my status of my service is running. Let's go ahead and run TeleWatch so we can see the different events come in. On the left now, I'm going to tell Copilot that I want it to create a website for me. Now that we've kicked that off, let's take a look at the Telescope dashboard. Here you can see the different agent collectors that I have, and I can get usage insights for all of the different agents that I'm running. I have a timeline view and a tokens view that also gives me a bird's eye view. Let's go into GitHub Copilot and see the different sessions that I have running. We can see some high-level statistics about the agent, and we can also get detailed information for timeline and the tool calls that are happening. This includes tool calls like commands and basically every effect that is happening on your machine from the agent. So let's take a look at the request that we sent for it to create a website. We can see the turns and the high levels here. And if we go into the turn, we're going to see all the different sub agents that it created. So let's go ahead and do a side by side and just go ahead and speed up this process so we can watch the magic happen. Now let's take a look at the data we were able to collect. Here we can go into the dashboard, we can see the original response and then the final assistant response. We can see all the sub agents that the agent created, and it created one for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we can see that, and we can go into the intent for each one. We can see the commands they created, and now we get a really great history and snapshot of how the agent completed our request. Here we can see the CSS agent, we can see the intent for that agent, and we can start putting together and have a really good history of what our agents are doing when we give them a request. This also is a great way to audit or restart a session by grabbing the session ID from the details. So we have lots of ways to view and use this information to make decisions. You can look at the graph timeline and get a step-by-step action and thinking block. So what was the reasoning for the action? What were the actions then taken in this execution graph, which can give us really great insight when things go right and when things go wrong, and just for an audit history of what actions our machine was taking. So take a look at our GitHub. You can see all the different types of things that we're tracking. You can look at how to build your own collectors, and you can start contributing and using it today. So now you have an idea of how this comes together. We have the collectors, which are watching the agents, which give it to the service, and then gives us CLI and dashboard and different export capabilities to handle that data and make decisions. Now we're working on another collector that I'm going to show you that is a preview for OpenClaw. So here you can see it running in the terminal. We're giving it a request, and then we can go into our dashboard and we will able to see a full history of what OpenClaw was doing on our machine. We can take a look at the timeline view here and see all the actions. We can click into the different turns and get details. And now we're able to see everything that OpenClaw is doing on our machine when we give it a request. So now you have an overview of what Telescope is. It's a service, a CLI, and a dashboard. It is available publicly today. Go download it, try it out. It works on Mac, Linux, and Windows, and let us know what you think.